League club in Sydney. Game on August the 5th to turn Greg's life and that of his family into a nightmare.
Know at once that it was Greg?
Oh yes, we saw him go down and he didn't get up. Initially I wasn't worried, you know, it was sort of, get up Greg, and he didn't.
The trainers kept Greg Buckley on the ground for an hour, stabilising his condition, while his mum waited.
Oh, I was numb, I really was. It was like a bad dream.
A nightmare for Greg's whole family.
Did you think he'd make it?
I've never, ever stopped. I always thought he'd make it. I think at one time I was the only one who did. But yes, Greg's a fighter, always has been. And I knew, or even, as I said, I think I was probably the only one in the whole hospital on the Friday night, early as a Saturday morning, who thought he'd come through it.
Greg Buckley was a robust and carefree 19-year-old, the eldest of 3 children. This photo was taken just a week before the match. He lived for his football. Today, after 3 weeks in a coma and severe brain damage, it could take up to 18 months before he even walks again. He has made progress.
He knows who we are. He knows we're here. Other than that, I don't know. He can and does obey some simple commands. How much he's absorbing, we don't know. But it's all a plus. That's all we know at this stage.
He seems to have made some great progress.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's a long, long, long way to go, but yeah, he's coming on. It's slow, but it's happening.
Has it been a good progress so far, do you think?
It's been pleasing.
Slow?
Slow, it's always slow, yes. Yes, and it's going to be a very slow progress, as it always is with such a severe injury, and it's going to take a long time.
That's what you keep hearing around the Lidcombe Hospital's head injury unit. Everything's in the long term. There are 17 patients in this ward, most of them from car accidents. It's a unique facility, not only in the immediate care of the brain injured, but again for the long haul, long after the patients leave hospital. Greg's family is here 10 hours a day, helping, talking, waiting.
Family support's essential, not just in the early phase, but in the long term for some of the more severely head-injured people who do have long-term problems, so they can't live independently. But two-thirds of people who have a severe head injury end up walking and talking, so that they don't look too bad. They look as if they function. But they often just can't organise their lives, plan their activities, get themselves together to go to work or look after themselves on their own. So they actually need long-term support.
Greg had been playing rugby league since he was 6, and he had a great future in football. So for Lynn Buckley, with another son playing the game, is she still a supportive football mum?
Oh yes, my younger son Stephen played the day after it happened. I still go and watch Stephen play.
Even with the risks involved?
Yes. Greg's accident was a one-off. I mean, the way Greg's happened was a 1 in a million. The first time I watched Stephen play, it was very hard. And it's still hard, but it's getting easier.
Lynn Buckley says she knows that Greg's case is just one of countless stories of the brain injured. And as with so many of them, the family is confronting it with bravery, with hope, and with all the patience they can muster. Lynn believes Greg will one day walk away from all of this.
I have to feel he will, and I feel that Greg has got the support, he's got the determination, and he's got the willpower in himself to do it. The other thing, and a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy, but Greg has had so many prayers said for him in the last 6 weeks. There is no way those prayers aren't going to be answered. They mightn't be answered the way I want, but they'll be answered in some way. And I hope that it's going to be that Greg will walk away from this.
We'll be back in a moment.